right, so now we're going to take our step up to number 2. Again, I'm not writing the quadratic formula out. I will do the skeleton method. But again, make sure the first step is make sure it's equal to 0, which this is. Next step, make sure you label your A, B, and C. So A is equal to 2, number in front of x squared. B is negative 8. C is positive 7. So your next step is write your quadratic formula out, but write the skeleton method, which I'm sticking to. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Next step is you're going to fill in the numbers in the appropriate spot. So it's negative b, which was negative 8. So you need that double negative, plus or minus b squared, negative 8 squared, minus 4a, which is 2, c, which is 7, all over 2a, which is 2. Okay? Next step, calculate the 3 spots, this, and this. So in your calculator, when you do negative 8, you should get x equals positive 8 plus or minus the square root. Now, plug in your calculator, parenthesis, negative 8 squared minus 4 times 2 times 7, and you should get 8. All over 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? Next step, you're going to separate it. So you have x equals 8 plus radical 8 over 4, and x equals 8 minus radical 8 over 4. So now we have to round it or express it in simplest radical form, which we are doing simplest radical form. So I'm going to do the simplest radical form up in the same corner I did here. So I have radical 8. I find the perfect square that goes into 8, which is 4 times 2. 4 is the perfect square. The 4 turns to a 2. The 2 stays radical 2. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that 2 radical 2 in for the 8 in each of those solutions. So we have 8 plus 2 radical 2 over 4, and x equals 8 minus 2 radical 2 over 4. Last step is we still need in simplest radical form. We look at that beautiful area of our 3 numbers. Is there a number that can go into both 8, 2, and 4? That would be 2. So we're going to cross those off. What 2 goes into 8, we're left with 4. 2 goes into 2, you're left with 1 radical 2 over, and then 2 goes into 4, you're left with 2. So that's your first solution. And then over here, it's the same thing, but the opposite. We have 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into negative 2 radical 2 times over 4. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So, that's supposed to be a 1. My bad. Right here. I made a mistake there. 2 goes into 2 1 time, not 2 times. So the 2 answers should be 4 plus 1 radical 2 over 2 and 1 minus 1 radical 2 over 2. All right. Let me know if you have any questions on